Hello, I'm Al Griswold, Executive Vice President at Bates Technical College. We talk a lot around here about transforming. Students transforming their careers. This school transforming the way it serves new student populations. Our professional instructors and staff transforming the way we deliver education that leads to opportunity and employment. What does this mean to you? It means Bates provide a unique, hands-on opportunity to transform yourself. And this TV program is where you can learn how to get involved. Now, BTC Today.
Hello, and welcome to BTC Today. I'm Kim Pleger, Director of College Relations at Bates Technical College. On this edition of BTC Today, the Commercial Truck Driving Program here at Bates Technical College. Have you ever wanted to drive a big rig? Bates Technical College is the only school in Washington State certified by the Professional Truck Driver Institute. Students prepare for entry-level employment as commercial truck drivers with the goal of a Class A commercial driver's license with all endorsements. Jobs are plentiful for those who want to take on the call of the open road, or even those who would like to drive and stay closer to home. According to the Employment Security Department, the average wage for a truck driver in Pierce County is $46,000 a year. Training takes place in classrooms, on Bates' truck driving range, and on the road using a variety of equipment, including a new state-of-the-art Virage truck simulator system that is modeled on a standard truck cabin. Commercial truck driving is one of 6 programs at Bates that offers the Washington State Opportunity Grant. These grants can pay for tuition, books, and other costs to qualified adults. Joining us now from the Commercial Truck Driving Program are Brandon Rogers, Dean of the program, Bob Gunter, an instructor of the program, and Mike Zangi, who is a current student of the program. Welcome, gentlemen. Thank you for joining me today.
Thank you.
So I'm going to start with you, Mike, and put you in the hot seat. Can you tell me a little bit about why you decided you wanted to come to Bates in the truck driving program?
Well, I was working at a job that there wasn't much opportunities in growth. And I decided to go back to school for something I can make a career out of.
Great. And so how long have you been at the program?
Not that long now.
Okay.
Just a couple months.
Right, right. So Bob, from what I understand, this is a 2-quarter program.
Yes.
Which means that students can complete the program in how long?
In just about 720 hours.
720 hours, okay. And what sets the Bates program apart from some of the other programs that are out there?
Well, this is probably the longest program this side of the Rockies, actually, and it's 6 months long, so we go through quite a few phases of the program, and a lot of classroom. We do logs, atlases, we do weight distribution classes, and then we get into the actual driving portion. And as you had mentioned, there our new simulator, and that is a great tool for keeping up with the industry. And we start on the closed circuit range, where they learn about driving the tractor, and then hooking and unhooking of the trailer. And then we go into the phase of in-town driving, and they're preparing for their Class A CDL.
Okay. So Mike, you mentioned this is probably your first quarter in the program, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and so how long were you in the program before you actually got behind the wheel of a truck?
Not that long.
Okay.
We just now started driving, and so far I'm loving the program.
Okay, tell me what you love about it.
Everything. At first, I thought I would struggle with everything, but the instructors are great. They take their time to help you and walk you through everything, and I haven't struggled nearly as much as I thought I would.
That's great.
With every test we took, I just walked through them. and just passed every test.
That's great. And so what would you like to do when you graduate?
I would like to stay local, and that way I can come home every night to my family and just build a good career out of it and keep moving forward.
Okay. I'm going to turn over to the dean of the program, Brandon. Mike here wants to stay local. Can you tell me about the job prospects for students in this program versus staying local versus going on the road? What are some of the job prospects out there?
Well, it's a very good question, and it brings up an interesting issue for folks who go through these truck driving programs. There are quite a few over-the-road long-haul jobs out there. Transportation is probably our largest sector in Washington. We move a lot of freight, and a lot of companies are looking for long-haul drivers. However, a lot of folks, particularly those in the military, for example, they get out of the service. They don't necessarily want to be away from their families for so long. They really covet these short-haul programs. I think one of the advantages that Michael is going to find, and a lot of other students find by coming to our program, is that those short-haul jobs are very competitive, but our program is based on quality, not quantity. We're not trying to crank out 100 drivers a month through a 6-week program. We're really focusing on safety, on attention to detail, and from my experience here, our graduates are going to be much more competitive whether they go for long haul or they go for short haul. Employers just really value the skills that they walk away from our program with.
That's great. So Bob or Brandon, do either of you happen to know off the top of your head what the job placement rate is for graduates from the program?
Well, in my program, we're over 90% employed. The skills that they learn and the amount of time behind the wheel through our advisory board, the jobs out there are plentiful for those that are really skilled in the truck driving, and we just don't have any problem we have enough companies. The industry is so opened in every phase. It doesn't matter what kind of truck that you want to drive. There is jobs available for those skilled truck driving, and we just put out the best. We don't have any problem employing our students.
So that has to probably make you feel pretty good hearing that and knowing that your job prospects are looking really good when you graduate from this program.
Yes.
When you were thinking about making a job change, what were you looking for, and did you seek out that type of information before? Then is that why you chose Bates?
Well, I chose Bates because I had family that went through the CDL program already. And my brother-in-law, father-in-law went through Bates for the CDL. My father-in-law used to drive big rigs. My brother-in-law still does. And they've been nudging at me to get in the CDL program and do it. Finally, I kind of gave in and went with it, and they're right, and I absolutely love it. And I don't regret coming back to college. Before, I was scared of coming back to college because in school, I can never accomplish anything and settle down and do anything right. And now I'm just happy to come to school every day.
That's great. That's great. Bob, I want to hear a little bit more about your story. Can you tell the audience how long have you been at Bates teaching, and what were you doing before you got here?
Well, I've been at Bates for, this is my 26th year, and prior to that, back in the 70s, I was a fireman for Lakewood Fire Department, and really enjoyed driving the trucks, and found that through things that I used to do, I used to raise horses and used to haul alfalfa from eastern Washington, and got into driving a truck back and forth, and just found that I liked it, and I attended Ryder Technical Institute where I did just diesel mechanics and learning about trucks, and then I started driving across the United States, got a truck, and was hauling lumber in Canada, and then I hauled food, because everybody has to eat. So I thought food was a good thing to haul, and we hauled it back and forth to New York. And but I decided that I wanted to start my own company. I was so enthusiastic about it, and anybody can haul potatoes, but only a certain amount of people can haul French fries, the processed commodity. And so I got my ICC permit and started hauling, and I fell into a great situation where I was hauling delis, Mexican restaurants, pizza houses, and so I hired my own drivers, but I wanted them to drive the way that I had learned. So I taught them how to drive, never thinking that I was going to be an instructor. But after 17 years in 1990, my business kind of fell by the wayside. I was tired, but I didn't know what to do, and I decided to go to Bates, because I knew a couple of the instructors there, and they said, "Bob, you should come over." And I met Wade Westfall, and we kind of put together the long haul portion of the program and got a grant for 3 trucks, and we started the program, and it's just, I just get pumped coming to work, just because I can take a person like Mike and just mold him into this truck driver that is so successful that I love the job. I get inspired every day just to come to work, and you know, I'll be I can't remember exactly my age, but I've been there for quite a while now, and so but I really enjoy it with the knowledge that I have. It's great to put it in somebody like Mike and see him develop and become a driver. And with the amount of hours that we have available in the program, you can really put a lot of skills. And he just drains my brain every day for stories and whatever. So
That's great.
I really enjoy it.
That's great. Mm-hmm. That's really inspiring. That's really inspiring to hear. So
Thank you.
we're running a little bit out of time, but I have one more question to ask each of you. If you could describe Bates in one word, what word would you choose? And I'll let each of you think, but how about you, Bob?
Bates Technical College, back to the industry.
Okay.
I'd probably say transformational. I think Mike's story is representative of folks who've maybe not been satisfied with their lives and used Bates, our education, our training to really become something that they would like to be.
Okay.
It's just a wonderful place to be.
Wonderful place to be. And with that, we are out of time. So thank you for joining me. Please stay with us. In just a minute, we will have more on BTC Today after this short break. Thank you for joining us for BTC Today. On today's program, we've been talking with faculty, students, and the Dean of the Commercial Truck Driving Program at Bates Technical College. For this segment of the show, we keep Brandon Rogers, the Dean of the program, and also welcome faculty member Wade Westfall and current student Timothy Shelby. Thank you for joining me today on this show. Happy to have you here.
Thank you for having us.
Now, I want to talk to you in a minute, but before I do, I have a little something I want to talk with Wade about. Okay. I had the opportunity last week to go spend some time in your classroom and try out the truck driving simulator. Yes. And I'm sure that there will be some of that shown on this. I didn't do very well, but let's put that aside and let's talk about the simulator. Can you tell me what it is for the audience, for those who don't know?
Well, this technology itself has been around for a while, Kim. I've had the experience of throughout the years to use different simulators and test them out. So down last year in New Orleans, we went down and tested some out, and we decided to bring it into our program. So I talked to Brandon about that, and through grant money we were able to do that. It's very effective. We've been able to cut down a lot of our training time due to the ability that the students will pick up from that simulation. So it's very positive for our program.
Okay. And Brandon, is there anything else you want to add about the technology, or what can you tell me about the simulator and what that means for the classroom environment moving forward?
Well, a lot of things actually. I mean, first of all, it supports our strategic plan for efficiency. You know, one of the things that you notice with running one of these programs is to run a high-quality CDL program, you're going to have to spend some money. I probably couldn't afford to have a truck driving program unless I had a diesel shop on campus, an auto body shop on campus. But you also, mentioned that it was you had some challenges yourself, but you didn't hurt anybody either.
Right.
And so it's comforting for me as a campus administrator to know that our students can get behind the wheel of a real vehicle without putting themselves or anybody else at harm, and then know with confidence they'll be ready to go when they're out on the streets. The other thing, it is an extremely advanced piece of technology. So we can simulate not just the driving of a vehicle, but you can simulate icy conditions, you can simulate dark, rainy, mountainous conditions. It's really giving our graduates a leg up when they go out and hit the job market, because they have this experience both in the simulator and then on the trucks as well.
Great. So Timothy, have you had an opportunity to use the simulator?
Yes.
Okay, can you tell me a little bit about your experience?
It was quite interesting to me. I didn't really know how to drive a stick, a double clutch for that matter, and that taught me so many things with driving a big rig. But it's very helpful. You don't have the nervous condition of being in a truck and maybe hitting someone or something, but it's great. It's a great tool.
Okay. So this is a 2-quarter program. Are you in your first or your second quarter?
Second quarter.
Oh, you're in your second quarter.
I've already obtained my CDL license.
Oh, you have? Congratulations.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Tell me a little bit about your background. What made you decide to come to Bates?
Well, I was, currently I'm in the IT field. I went to a two-year degree program, and it was something that I didn't like, it just didn't fit me. And truck driving is not, they'll accept anyone. As long as you're ready and willing to drive and you have the proper knowledge, you can do anything in this industry. And I'm seeing that now.
Okay. What do you want to do when you graduate?
Well, I have so many job offers right now.
You do, okay.
So it's scary, And they're all local great companies, union, great benefits. They're actually interesting companies that people would dream of working for these companies.
Right.
But I'm just saying that to say this, that it's more so finding the quality driver, the person that can actually get the job done in a professional manner. So I'm one of those candidates, and we'll see who I choose to go with.
Well, that has to be a great feeling to know that you get to choose where you'd want to go with your future, rather than having to be waiting to be selected.
Exactly.
Do you think that's what sets Bates apart, or what do you think makes Bates unique?
Bates is unique with the simulator, like we were talking about. That's something that I don't know any other truck driving institute that is offering that. And you just have great instructors like Wade himself. He's a great, excellent guy, He's going to tell you when you're wrong, and he's going to acknowledge when you're right. So you need that, not just someone that's constantly on you, or they don't really care about your career after the program. He really cares. And it's just good to have somebody that you can possibly look at as a role model, or, moving forward, a mentor, to life, because he's been through the industry already himself. So it's just great.
That's great. Tell us a little bit about your background, Wade. How long have you been at Bates, and what were you doing prior to coming to Bates?
Been at Bates for 28 years. I started truck driving right out of high school after I graduated. I graduated when I was 17 years old, and started driving from Minnesota down to Texas, long haul. From there I moved to Los Angeles, and I was in the Los Angeles bases from 73 to 79. Came up here and got married. My wife and I ran husband and wife team on the 7 western states. And I went into logging because I wanted to be home more. I went to a local food distribution company, and from there I came to Bates.
Okay. What, 28 years, 26 years, what inspires you each day to come to teach?
From where I got my start, I wanted the students to realize the opportunity for them in transportation. It's the largest industry in the world, and it employs more people than anybody in the world. So I want them to get a vision that it's just not driving a truck. There's actual other opportunities in transportation. Like was mentioned earlier, I didn't know I'd be an instructor, but now I am. Mm-hmm. So I want to put vision, broaden their scope, look at the possibilities that are out there, and if they get tired of driving the truck, move into operations, do something different in transportation. So when I see students that have drive, that really have a desire, I'm behind them 150% and have mentored them through the years to accomplish those goals.
Mm-hmm. That's great. So Brandon, we've got Wade here, and previously we met with Bob. So we've got over 50, close to 60 years of teaching experience at the college, but we also have industry experience.
Sure.
Can you tell me a little bit about the industry partnerships, or what makes Bates unique with industry?
Well, not only the truck driving program at Bates, but all of our programs. We're a public institution. We have a number of professional technical programs. Every one of our programs is served by an advisory board, which is made up of industry, organized labor, community partners. A lot of folks may not know this, but when you come to Bates Technical College, the curriculum that you're learning is approved once a year by these industry partners. What that means for somebody who graduates from the program is you're getting the training that the companies are looking for because they've endorsed it. The other thing that Wade and Bob have mentioned is they come from industry. So they're not only fantastic educators, but they can provide some context for our students because they've been in their seats before. They've had this experience. Our students are going to leave with technical knowledge, but they're also going to leave with the stories that you don't see in the books between the lines. And that gives them an advantage that students in other programs don't have. So if I could just squeeze 20, 30 more years out of Wade and Bob, I think we'll be fine and we'll continue to grow.
That's great. What do you think is the future for the truck driving program at Bates?
I looked it up through the American Trucking Association, and the shortage right now at the end of 2016 is 78,000 drivers nationally. They say if this continues by the year 2024, that they'll be short 178,000 drivers in the U.S. So it's a field that's definitely open for people with careers that are career-minded, that they should take a serious look at. The income that you had mentioned earlier, about 46 average, my students that go local make way over that, just starting out. So the opportunity is just great in trucking right now. We have advisory members, as Brandon mentioned, standing in line to hire our people. And we really can't produce enough of them. So that's why Brandon says we want to kind of try to do what we can with the program.
Right, right. Timothy, what advice would you give to students who are looking to make a job change or maybe even considering Bates as an option?
If you're looking for a job or a career change, I would say don't just look at the money aspect of things. Look at the overall condition of that job or that career that you're choosing. And, success is not measured by money. It's measured by a wide scope of things. Your health, your mind, your condition, your family. It's measured by a number of things. So just take into consideration and move into an industry that is in high demand. Like Wade was mentioning, we need drivers. And just really take it serious and get as much information and knowledge that you can get from it and move forward.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. What's been your favorite part of the curriculum, or what do you enjoy most when you're getting behind the wheel?
The thing that I enjoy most would probably be the backing.
The backing,
Yeah.
okay.
It was so hard for me at first. And Wade just used to always tell me, steer with your drift. And, you know, I didn't listen to him. No, I got it. I can do it myself. I know what I'm doing. It's just like a car. But the more I listened to him, the better I got at it.
Did you try it in the simulator before you went out in the real truck?
Yes.
Okay.
It's much harder in the simulator.
Have you had any crashes?
No.
Good.
He gets on me if I, you know, treat it like a video game. So take it serious.
Okay. I've got just one more question,
Okay.
and I'll ask Wade, if you could describe Bates in one word, what would it be?
Opportunity.
Opportunity. And I think with that, that is a great way to end this program. I really appreciate all of your time today, sharing your knowledge and passion for commercial truck driving, and I wish you all the best of luck.
Thank you.
So we also want to thank you, our viewers, for watching today's program. For more information about the commercial truck driving program at Bates, please visit our website at www.bates.ctc.edu or call Student Services at 253-680-7002. Again, thank you for joining us, and we hope to see you next time on BTC Today.
Bates Technical College focuses on lifelong learning with hands-on experience. We have nearly 50 career training programs located across 3 Tacoma campuses. Bates Technical College offers general education classes to sharpen skills, basic education, and high school completion options to prepare you for your next step, and continuing education classes to keep you on track in your chosen field. Our academic year is flexible and built with your convenience in mind, so we accept students at various times throughout the year. It's easy to get involved and transform at Bates Technical College. Just visit www.bates.ctc.edu/get-started. That's where you'll find easy-to-follow links about our programs and class offerings, the dates for general information sessions, and the easy steps to help you get started. You can also learn more about how financial aid can help you pay for college. There are many options here, from loans to state programs, worker retraining programs, VA benefits, and scholarships. Bates Technical College. We're here to help you transform.